Speaking of tour, beginning to wind down here. You got the show tonight, and you got two more, and then, well, we don't really know after that point. How are you feeling right now?
I'm feeling great. I'm looking forward to getting home because we go straight home to the Thanksgiving holidays, so we've been out since October 1st, and basically been in a different city every day for 7 weeks now. And we're all exhausted. We're all a little bit sick. We're all, ready to spend some downtime, and there's no better way to do it than to go home for Thanksgiving. And then the Saturday after Thanksgiving is our hometown show. So can't think of a better way to wrap things up. And then in February of next year, we're actually going to go play China. And that hasn't been announced yet, but we're going to do Japan, China, Hawaii, hopefully Singapore, the Philippines, and Indonesia as well. And
so the hiatus is going to be 2 months long?
Well, yeah.
Kind of. Explain this a little bit.
The last American shows are happening now, but we've had these overseas shows booked for some time, so it's kind of part of the thing too.
So is this the farewell?
Yeah.
This is it. Okay.
At least for this foreseeable future, and
Has that changed the way when you're coming up with a set list, when you're trying to figure out what you want for the show, knowing that? I mean, how does that change how you plan the show?
Yeah, absolutely. We reached out to our online fan community. We have basically kind of like a street team, but it's more of just a fan community because we don't really have them do much. They mostly just kind of congregate and trade stories and set a forum for people to interact. And so we invited all of them to submit their set list, their dream set list, and we kind of looked through it and really looked at what people wanted to hear and built our set based on what people were asking for.
Cool.
And it runs the whole spectrum. A lot of older stuff and just playing songs from throughout the entire 9-year career of me.
The new projects, we'll lump them together so far. You have morning, afternoon, evening, which I don't know if you noticed this, but it spells out May.
It does.
So I'm guessing, and I haven't had a chance to listen to these as much, but with Destination Beautiful, with the Everglow, is there a story that we're going to be able to follow, a sort of theme we're going to be able to follow from morning to evening?
Absolutely. I mean, that conceptually and musically, I would say, is the collection of songs that I'm certainly most proud of from our entire catalog. And for that exact reason, I mean, we took what worked about the Everglow as far as telling a story over a whole collection of music and just took it to a whole nother level. Like, it's one story, but there are 25 songs, and a lot of them are over 6 minutes long. And
I love it.
Yeah, me too. It's fun.
And that's and I've seen some interviews in the past. And I guess most of these were with Dave, but and so you may have a different opinion. But the thought that Singularity, going to the major label, and that maybe it was, I don't know, it didn't seem like it was maybe, I'm going to say, a disappointment, but it didn't seem like y'all are as proud of it as you were some of the other works and what has come out now. Being able to do your own thing, do the long songs, do the instrumentals. I mean, it seems like you're happy you're doing that.
Absolutely. And it's funny, I wouldn't say that we're disappointed. I'm very proud of that record of Singularity for different reasons maybe than for the other one. It's almost like if you're a parent and somebody asks you, what's your favorite kid? Well, Billy, straight A student, it's easy to understand why you love him. But man, Edward's kind of a punk, he gets in trouble, but man, he's awesome if you get to know him. I feel like Singularity is kind of like the misunderstood record, and for good reason, I feel like that's the most prophetic record. In a lot of ways, we were writing and recording that, in 2006. And it was a darker record. It was very much about, in some respects losing faith, in some respects searching for answers that we felt had come easily before, but were coming harder as we faced real life.
Anything else, guys?
I think we're done.
Be together?
Let's split it up. Split it up.
All right. Well, yeah, just let me know.
Okay. That's our waitress.
Oh. Is this yours?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Are you done?
Sure.
All right.
I love editing.
Yeah, we're gonna do some work on this one.
But yeah, and all of that was kind of at a time where the stock market hadn't crashed yet, the real estate bubble hadn't burst yet, but there was like an anxiousness about that record, a raw searching that the content and the inspiration and even the tones that we chose kind of didn't get captured in the way that we were hoping they would. And I think that's where the disappointment lies. But at the same time, like, it is what it is, and it is a chapter of the story that captures where we were at that moment, and I think that's ultimately a good thing.